filming for Season 2 of Only Murders in the Building is in full swing in New York City. Everyone's favorite murder podcasters turn murder suspects, Selena Gomez, 29, Martin Short, 71, and Steve Martin, 76, were spotted shooting scenes for the sophomore season of Hulu's hysterical whodunit on Tuesday. Actress and model Cara Delevingne, 29, was recently announced to be joining the second season, which will dive into a whole new mystery. Selena, dressed in character as Mabel, sported some flood-length black slacks with orange and black booties, a flowing black fur cape jacket and a chunky knit sweater. Her brunette bob was styled in a sleek blowout and her look was accessorized with hoop earrings. She was seen smiling broadly with her funny co-stars Martin Short and Steve Martin, who play Oliver Putnam and Charles Hayden Savage, respectively. Hayden Savage aka Bratzos and Oliver were each making quite a fashion statement of their own in a similar oversized fur coats. The trio, who are hysterical on camera in the series, seem to be equally as funny off-camera, as they were all seen having a laugh together and linking arms in the chilly Manhattan weather. Cara Delevingne will join the cast, it was recently announced, and to play Alice, a figure in New York City's art world who becomes involved with the main characters of the program. Recently, John Hoffman, the series co-creator, teased what Arconiacs can expect in Season 2 of the comedy in an interview with EU. True crime buffs finally got their questions answered about who killed Tim Kono and why in the finale of Season 1, but the end set up the mystery for the next season. Let's see, the second season, I'm really happy with the direction it's going, Hoffman, who co-created the show with star Steve Martin, told EU. Adding, and it's not shy about going in a bigger direction because with all of them on the hot seat, having stepped in it in such a way, it really goes back and forth between being talked about in New York, and being celebrated or talked about the wrong way. And that has been really fun to write, especially for these three people. Those three people, true crime podcast fans turned true crime podcasters, Charles, Oliver and Mabel, were vindicated in the finale, uncovering the truth behind not one but two deaths in the Arconia. We worked so hard, and we're so grateful for the involvement of the actual building on 86th and Broadway, the Belle Nord, which is so beautiful, and is a real character in the piece, Hoffman said. And so, for our second season, it's got to remain squared and centered around that. But we've already been talking about a potential hopeful future for the show that continues beyond that, he continued. And that gets very exciting when you think of all the ways in which this thing can move and grow, and not always be potentially within those walls. Murders do have a tendency to happen in the Arconia. By the end of Season 1 there were 3 and counting. Tim Kono's homicide turned out to have nothing at all to do with the Demas family and their grave-robbing jewelry ring, and was ultimately a crime of passion at the hand of twisted bassoonist Jan, Amy Ryan. Charles Hayden Savage nearly fell to a similar fate as Tim if not for the sleuthing of his fellow investigators, and the detoxifying properties of gut milk. The trio's success in solving Tim's murder and catching the murderer, Jan, was short-lived, however. By the end of the episode, building bully Bunny ended up in a lifeless heap on Mabel's living room floor. Mabel, Selena Gomez, claimed Bunny snuck up on her and she stabbed her with the knitting needle she keeps in her pocket for safety. The weapon was callback to earlier in the season when tie-dye sweatshirt guy, who turned out to be Mabel's good friend fresh from jail after serving time for a crime he didn't commit, first crept up on her in the alley. Shed quipped at the time that Shed always wanted to stab someone with her knitting needle. The murder of Bunny, to paraphrase Bratsos, will take Season 2 in a whole new direction as it led to the arrest of Charles, Oliver, and Mabel. We have lots of questions as to why was Bunny in Mabel's apartment at the end of Season 1, and was anyone else in there with her? That's the one question you could tee up, Hoffman teased of Season 2.